Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Bailarine from CZT Eni Oken. I was hoping that that's the right way to pronounce it. I had in my head also Bailarine. Came out of my mouth differently, so that's why I paused. All right, anyway, enough of that. This starts off with an orb, and you know what, make sure you take a look. I'm going to do it a little off center just because we'll see if I can get this the way my brain wants it to be. Take a look at the For More Inspiration link in the description section so you can see all of the wonderful examples, sample from Eni in her on the link here. You do have to scroll down just a bit. I first clicked on, I was like, wait, I can't click on any of these pictures. But anyway, just scroll down a tad and you will find them. And also some neat ideas on how to finish it. All right, so with your orb, and then really from any direction, and I want to try to make the one side a bit longer than the rest, and we'll see. So from the orb, kind of using the take off and land concept, we'll trace over a little bit of the orb and then come off into, it's like a big S shape. So starting here and then like launch it off to there. Okay. And I'll tell you, this is where, I mean, sometimes, I don't know, we all have our different challenges with Zentangle and different strokes, and I couldn't seem to get happy with the strokes after this, but I think I have it. And at the same time, which is another good reason to look at that For More Inspiration link, you can see all of the different shapes that might come out of your pen, and that it's all okay. All right, so from here, we're going to come back in kind of a big C shape, sort of, but just a big curve line, coming back, and what we're going to be doing is working our way around the orb. So not just, coming back to where you started or anything like that. That was my first inkling, was to do that, but no. All right, so I'm going to come out a bit, and of course the out a bit is up to you. And as I remind myself, don't think about it as you're doing it. Just don't. Wait till the end, get the shading done, and don't assess as you go. This is me talking to me, but you're listening. So don't you do it either. All right, then from here, we're going to come down quite a ways. I was making I was not coming down a ways, and so I was ending up with something that I didn't like. How I'm sure it looked fine-ish. It just looked different, but come down a ways. Also, because as we're coming around, we're getting smaller and smaller. So you really have to come down more than you think to do that. So just kind of, almost, looking at any, see some that are looking almost straight up. Just play with it and have fun. So straight up, or curve line up, and then come back down like that. And that's all we're doing. It's almost like a bit of somewhat of a seed shape, but like the other half of it is hollowed behind the one before. And again, so, come down a bit. Because I kept thinking, I'm like, mine was ending up going like almost straight across. I'm like, this is not, something is not quite right here. And it was just funny. And if you end up with things like that, again, don't worry about it. And see, mine are getting closer together. So see, when I say don't worry about it, it is literally me talking to me. Oops, sorry, I couldn't see, and then, well, don't worry about it. Now, when you get to here, and you've kind of made it all the way around, then we're just going to work a little ways down this line that comes out. Whoops. And that's me forgetting to. There we go. All right. And this, then just working to get smaller, and kind of stop when you want. Like that. I think that's my best go. Here we are, right? There we go. And it's just neat. Now I do want to finish it off one. Well, there's a couple. Oh no, one where she kind of looks like auras all of it. But so finishing it off, I mean, you could just leave it as it is and put some shading. You could put shading, and I think I may still put some shading, where things tuck under. I'm going to fill in this, the center because I like to, and it adds some nice contrast. But I really liked, and did she do it? Oh, either... Interesting. Okay, I'm looking at her samples. This is why I say, oh, do that. All right, I'm gonna put it here. She has some that, putting some lines or an aura on the front, well, at least on this one on the front side. But I like this just very lightly. You can make it solid if you want. We've decided, we meaning the Tangle Addicts community, we are adding a Tangle enhancer. Oh, and I'm going to continue to do it. Stitching. Because we have perfing, which is literally adding little dots. And I like to make cards, and a lot of the dies that I have and that I see have stitching as a thing. And it looks really, really neat. So we're adding that one to the list. Well, because I just did not too long ago a class on Tangle enhancers, and we hit, oh my gosh, I forget how many. I want to say 10, but I think it was more than that. And let's finish this off right here with, we'll put an orb on one side, and if you've not seen me do this, and if you've seen orbs where they have that just looks like it's a shiny bead, this is one way to do it without having a white gel pen. So then I just kind of make a curve line towards that end, and it just depends on the size of it, and then for the most part, I just fill it in between, and make both of these bigger than you think, because I shaved off a little bit on the other side, because then you can, and I say shaved off meaning I shaved off some of the white part. That's what I did, but with the pen, and just so you can reshape it and whatnot, and it just looks really, really cool. All right, you can add the white gel pen to it afterwards, and that is neat. Then it's not competing with the black ink, so you can do that on anything. Just leave those little openings. All right, so I'm putting some. Oh, let's spread this out so we can see what it looks like. It looks neat already without having spread it out with the tortillon. Ooh, but look at when we create that gradient. Oh, it's so cool. All right. And then I'm going to go on this side and go relatively light, and I'm going to see how well my tortillon works. Now here where they're a little bit thicker, it makes it easier, because what I'm aiming for with the shading is to create a gradient. And I'll tell you what, look at that without doing any, let me put it on the other ones. You could get away with, I say that as if there's any rules. You could decide, which I'm thinking about it, not using the tortillon and just leaving it like that. That looks kind of cool. And it depends. So like my very well-loved Zentangle pencil that is going to have to go in a holder at some point really soon, because I'm running out of room on holding it. But if you have a nice smooth part, if it's on the tip, so that way it's not a harsh line, but it's kind of creating its own gradient because of that edge that's on there. I'm just lucking out, I think. But that creates an interesting look. I'm going to leave it. That's an interesting look. And I don't know, let me know if you agree in the comments. If you don't, never mind. But you know what? It needs something here. So let's do like a drop shadow type of. Oh, but I guess if I do that, then it needs it there too. All right, now I'm just making stuff up. I'm just kidding. Let's connect it. That's interesting. It needs something just because it's all by itself here. I was thinking I could put some other fancy things, but this being... All right, now that I'm doing that. Well, no, maybe, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Let me tell you about the description section while I think about what else I want to do to this, if anything. And see if that grows on me and gives me another idea. So in the description section, you will find links to the step outs. I always do my own version and then link to the creator of the Tangle. Also, you will find links to my website, Facebook page, our amazing Tangle Addicts community Facebook group. So if you would like to just join a group of very active tanglers. It's a very active group, and it's such a blessing. We would love to have you join us. So you can click that. There are 4 questions that have to be answered to gain entry. But we have a lot of fun. It is amazing. I'm feeling like it's needing something up here, and maybe I'll just do this thing with just kind of filling in with what's left on the tortillon, as to not. Oh yeah. Okay. See, sometimes if you're not happy, you just sometimes just take a break from it, and then see what comes to you. Interesting. Okay. All right. It's cool. So if you've enjoyed the video, would love it if you click on the like button. And while you're at it, if you have not subscribed yet, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. I've done things out of order, but it hasn't messed me up too much. Usually I get out of order and then I'm like, well, wait a minute. What did I talk about? What did I not talk about? And then I just find other things to do with this. Oh, yeah. That's neat. What a cool tangle. Cool tangle. And cool little extras. All right. I've said all that I think I need to say, except for to thank you so much for watching and wish you happy tangling.